Good morning, friends. See, this is Asiatic lily. I have allowed it to dry completely so that the bulb will have some food stored inside. So for the next season, we can replant it. Immediately after the blooms, if I would have cut it, the bulbs would have been very small. So let's see how big are the bulbs now. So always take the bulbs once the plant is like this, totally wilted, totally like this wilted. This is our Asiatic lilies bulbs. We can also see some few small bulblets have come here. Let's check out this now. This is also totally wilted. Let's check. You can see the soil is very loose. Here you can see small little plants coming up here. See, small plants are coming here. This, I'm going to remove this now. Because we allowed it to be in the soil for quite some time, the bulb has grown really big, and we have bulblets also. This is another one here. These are the really small ones which you have kept previously. There are no other bulbs in here apart from these two small ones. A tiny one. Now you cut this thing here like this. Now dry this in the shade for 2 to 3 days so that the scales will be prominent. When we purchased these bulbs, the scales were like this out. So in the same way, we have to dry them in the shade, not in the direction, in the shade. And one more thing, I hope you all remember, when I was planting these bulbs, I've removed few scales and put this. So these are those tiny bulbs which have developed small bulbs. See, here you have this bulblet, small ones coming up. So next year we can have many Asiatic lily bulbs. So once Once they are dried thoroughly for 2 days, you can see these are like our garlic where we can remove this better sort of things from the bulbs. So remove few from it, and from these also we have new bulbs coming up. I will show you how. Fungicide. Apply any fungicide. Apply any fungicide. I will show you two methods of storing these bulbs. First method. Friends, this is Cocopeat. I have just mixed it with some water so that the moisture will be retained. I didn't make it very wet, it is only moist. You can see, just moist. Fill it in a plastic bag, polythene cover. This is after 2 days once the bulbs are dried. Place these bulbs inside this. That's it. It's good to go. So next season, the month of October, after our Diwali festival of lights, we can plant these bulbs in the soil for the next bloom, and then tie this up. Friends, after drying, don't forget to apply fungicide so that the bulb will not get rotten. Then cover it with a cloth or place it in a bag and put this in some dark dry place where there is no moisture. This is method 1. Now I'll show you method 2. Drying it for 2 days. Once the scales are prominent, apply the fungicide. Apply any brand of fungicide. If you don't have fungicide, at least apply turmeric powder. Cover it with newspaper. Just roll it in any paper and keep it in any dry place. Keep it in any dry place. Now I'll show you few bulbs. Which have grown from scales. These are the plants which have grown from the scales. Now I'll just pull it, uproot it, and show you how much the bulbs have grown. See, the scales have transformed into bulbs. But this may take more than 2 years for a plant to have a complete bulb. This is in pure Cocopeat. This is only in Cocopeat. So I'm going to leave this as it is.